whole life, I always knew I was special. Even with no remainders, I could always move a decimal. Money on my mind while the girls that made un beso. Hustlers in my blood and it's running through my vessels. Just trying to clear the threshold, just trying to make a way. In my race against time, I could see an early grave. School to prison pipeline, 12 years a slave. Suspension and detention is conditioned for a cage.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Joshua Buatsi and Craig Richards settle their domestic feud, and Buatsi gets the decision. And I'm gonna turn it over to you, Conspiracy G. What was your reaction to that?
Man, I thought it was a great fight, man. You know, like unfortunately, I didn't score round for round because I thought Buatsi was gonna run through this dude, but fortunately, I was wrong, and happy that I was wrong. It was a great fight, you know. But Buatsi showed me a lot of things that I'm of concern. He has to work more on defense, and you know, this is his first time going 12 rounds. In those last 2 rounds, he showed a lot of fatigue, especially in the 12th. So I know we got another segment coming up, but I think he needs another matchup, you know, before he goes world level. You know, like I think Richards was a great person for him right now to build up, you know, that championship physique, you know what I mean? That endurance that he needs. But I don't know, like Buatsi's power doesn't transfer all 12 rounds. So Virgil, man, you gotta figure out something to help out Joshua. I think with Joshua, what he does do good is, you know, even if he's hurt, he's gonna come back and try to attack with a counter. He has a great jab, he has a great double jab. Sometimes though, he doesn't utilize the jab effectively. But a major mistake that I see from Buatsi is he lacks in defense at times. He'll drop his guard, and then he'll get hit, and then he'll remember to put back up his guard. So it's kind of like he's been trained a particular way for like years, and then now he's working with Virgil, so he's trying to be more defensively sound. But he has to remind himself during the fight to be defensively sound, and that could be dangerous when you're fighting guys that are harder punchers. You know, Richards, he gave this dude like everything. Like literally, Richards threw like the kitchen sink at homeboy, and Buatsi was still standing. There was like maybe like twice in the fight, Buatsi showed that he was actually hurt by a punch, but wasn't like a shot where it's like, oh man, he's about to go spaghetti legs. He ate him, you know what I mean? And so Richards had a good performance, but he just wasn't enough, you know. And I feel like Richards isn't a great representation of a championship level fight. So I don't want to see Eddie or Joshua Buatsi jumping the gun. Virgil, please humble your mans. And Buatsi's already a humble guy naturally, right? And I will say this before I end. Yo, UK salute to y'all. Y'all the most polite people on planet Earth. The way they were talking about each other at the end, I was like, damn, yo, they going to prom together? Like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes were so polite and respectful. It was refreshing, man. So salute to both gentlemen. Richards, man, I do want to see more of you. You know what I mean? I hope this doesn't end your career. I hope you keep going, man. You can bounce back. And Buatsi, man, like this was a great test for you. I thought win, lose, or draw, you're gonna learn from this fight. And so you got the victory, man. So now just review the tape and correct some of those mistakes.
Dollar Bill, welcome back. What was your reaction to Joshua Buatsi versus Craig Richards?
I mean, it was what it was. You know, I'm glad I got a chance to see it. It was competitive. I'll say this: Buatsi, I felt like he had the more sharper punches, straight down the middle. I felt like Richards' fights was coming like more hooks and looping shots. You know. Buatsi, he had more skill, but it was good work. I wasn't like overly impressed, but shout outs to the UK. They always coming out. And always showing their love and support. That I was excited to see. I was excited to see the people, people out here the people made the fight bigger. you know, it was the people that made the fight big. I don't want to rush the kid. I need to see more. People already, my brother Kid is probably gonna get into it. People already stay. We was already talking about this off camera, but I need to see more. Shoot, I wouldn't even mind if him and Craig Richards do it again. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Get him some more rounds. Get him some more tools in the toolbox before he goes ahead and try to compete against one of these real live dogs. I think it's cool. I think it's cool, but why not do it again?
Yeah. So, I mean, I thought Buatsi won. I actually scored it for a wider margin for Buatsi. I was scoring it just in case there was some controversy. I scored it 117, 111 for Buatsi. Yeah, I can hear you, but you're going in and out, bro.
Yeah, you're going in and out, true.
Yeah, I scored it 117, 111 for Buatsi. But the scorecards were a lot closer, and so that means they favored some of Richards' work. I felt like Richards was throwing a lot of looping punches, and he was winging shots, but I felt like the cleaner punches were being landed. I'm sorry?
Yo, okay, just keep going.
I feel like the cleaner punches were being landed by Buatsi. And even when Richards would land some good shots, Buatsi would immediately come back with like a flurry or a barrage of punches where he would land some hard punches back and kind of take the play away from Craig Richards. Now, my observation of this fight was Buatsi won, but I wasn't really impressed. He got hit a lot by a guy who I don't think is offensively skilled as some of the top tier fighters at 175. And he got hit a lot by him. As G pointed out, there were times where you can literally see him like put his hand back and be like, oh, yeah, keep my hand up. It was like he was thinking in there, and being defensively sound wasn't like second nature for him. It was more of like a task, like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. Also, I feel like Buatsi made the fight harder for himself because Buatsi had these moments where he would just throw like these flurries, like hard punches, like a series of hard punches, like 8 hard punches where he put everything he had on it. And I'm thinking, you did all that and you landed 1.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The exchange isn't good. All the stamina you exerted just to land 1 punch. And then G brought it up how he looked like he was fading in the championship rounds. Look at those exchanges where he was throwing so many hard, wild combinations. You didn't need to do that. You could have still won the round and preserved your energy to finish stronger. And I think that's something he has to learn moving forward. Because I saw so many things from him where I felt like, wow, that's a mistake. Another thing was his jab. I think he neglected his jab. And then at one point, he started being successful with it, so he started using it again. And you can hear Virgil Hunter yelling, use your jab, use your jab. And it's like he just wanted to go in there and mix it up. Even if it's bad blood, which it wasn't really bad blood, as G pointed out, it's more of a competition thing. Who's the best, in the UK? Although that fight really didn't settle it because there's a 175-pounder in the UK that I think may beat Buatsi, and his name's Anthony Yard. But we'll get into that we can get into that in a second. But what I will say is he got the victory, but it wasn't impressive to me. And we're gonna get into this in the next segment. But he may not be the best 175-pounder in the UK. I know people are like, oh, because Craig Richards gave Bivol a tough fight, a competitive fight. They're like, oh, this was for who was the best at 175 in the UK, but it wasn't. Because there's a guy named Anthony Yard and
Lions in the comp.
Yeah. There's a lion out there who I think is better than Craig Richards. So, you know, if Craig Richards gets another fight, maybe it is against Anthony Yard, and we'll see what Anthony Yard will do against him. But if you're asking me who's the best 175 pounder in the UK, that's still up for debate. And Buatsi, he did enough to win. He definitely won. I had it 117, 111. But I'm not sold on Buatsi like most of the UK. I can hear people in the comment section saying I'm crazy. You don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 this or that, right? I'm just telling you, I have no ties to it. I'm from America. I just watch him fight, and I watch Anthony Yard fight. And I'm just saying, that performance doesn't tell me he's clearly better than Anthony Yard. So I don't know who's the best 175-pounder in the UK to be determined.
I'm sorry for my service. My service got all messed up, so I don't know if y'all was able to hear me. But let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.
Lions in the camp.